Josh Johnson Show. Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand-up comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Doing all right. That's fine.
I'm doing well, man. How are you? Yes.
Yeah. You know?
I am here and I am alive.
Yeah. Okay, so, and this is not, I understand this isn't gonna resonate with a lot of people, but have you ever, one second, sorry. Have you ever been through a major storm?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what were some of the major storms that you went through in life so far? Do you remember them by name?
No, because the ones we get in the Midwest don't get names because they just happen a lot. You just get tornadoes and you get blizzards. There was in Chicago, the polar vortex. That was a big one because that was where it was like crazy cold, like a lot of snow, but also like the coldest it had like ever been in like 100 years or some shit. But so that's the only one that had a name. But otherwise, out here it's just like reason to get in basement is what you that's what you get around here.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like they can't know that stuff. They can't know it's like the worst storm in 100 years and it hasn't been this cold. It's like whenever they say that, I'm like, what are you going by? Like, I understand
records. They have records.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, I don't really trust our Doppler
numbers
radar against like someone who was just using like a regular mercury thermometer back in 1902.
Well, they don't always go with that. But I mean, thermometers haven't really changed in how they work. So if it reads -7, it's -7. Like that's not just because it's digital doesn't mean it's different.
I understand, but you can't tell me that the first thermometer that somebody made, they thought to go negative.
Well,
do you see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that like when I looked at thermometers when I was a kid, it started at 0. I never saw it go backwards.
Sure, but also the question is, we're using a Celsius thermometer because that's different too.
Yeah, but they still tell us in Fahrenheit.
Right, I know, but I'm saying it would make sense if your thermometer ended at 0 if it was Celsius, because that'd be freezing. In Celsius,
Yeah.
Listen, I understand the point you're trying to make. You're an idiot, but
no. You do this all the time. Whenever I'm like on to something, you're like,
you are not onto something.
Your thing is dumb, but I somehow don't have a rebuttal.
Because my rebuttal would be the boring nature of just getting into how the weather records are kept. I used to work in TV news, so I worked with meteorologists and stuff too.
I understand,
part of why they always say it's our worst storm in 100 years, because that's where our records go back to. It's not because they're like, oh, definitely this is the one. It's just that's like they've been keeping those meteorological records since that time. Yes, predictions have gotten different, but they can, after the fact, they know how to, measuring how a storm affected after the fact hasn't changed much. There's other stuff, but they know precipitation, that way of measuring has existed for a long time.
I'm totally with you. Sure. I'm just saying, I'm not even talking about predictions. I'm talking about when they say, oh man, nothing is hit this hard in 200 years or whatever. Even the records, I'm just saying the records were kept in a way that was poorer than what we do now. So then I'm like, okay, now this being the worst storm in 200 years, the record from someone being like, well, this barn got blown clean off. So this is the worst storm I've ever seen. And then you track that all the way down to present day, where it's like, oh yeah, it knocked over a cement building.
They don't measure storms by buildings.
Hey, you don't know what they were doing back then, all right?
Yes, we do have the records of how they measure.
No, the records, okay.
You see, and then this is what you do. When I have valid points, you just go, nah. and repeat what I say,
I don't go
but in
nah.
a dumb
I go
guy
nah,
voice.
nah.
You go, nah. Ooh, building. Like that's how you respond. And you always act like that's a valid rebuttal.
100%. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a confident fool. That's what you are.
No, you are the fool. All right.
You're the fucking fool.
You are a fool. Okay.
You are a goddamn fool.
Remember that. All right. Before you go to sleep tonight, remember, I'm a fool. Before your eyes close.
I think every time I
Foolishly,
sign onto these
I am a
calls, because I'm like,
fool.
this is what I've done. This is what I've chosen to do with my life.
You are a fool.
You're a fucking fool.
You fool. Remember that. So anyway, the whole reason I bring it up is because there was this storm. Let me see. I think it was Kansas. There was a storm that hit Kansas really bad.
This is
and this
like recently?
No. This is years ago.
Okay,
but
I was gonna say if it like just happened, cut in this part because this just seems rude.
No. Just hear me out. So basically, the storm hit Kansas, right?
Yeah.
But you know how when you're little and your mom will take you with her to the hairdresser or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a thing that I remember from when my mom took me to the salon with her and all these women were talking and stuff like that. And there's nothing to do but read magazines that I also don't care about. Like the magazines at the salon would have like maybe a Teen Vogue once in a while, and I could see what Avril Lavigne was up to. But outside of that, It was who was like, who was leaving who for who in Hollywood and all this stuff that I just at like 8, I didn't care about. But I remember this story that this woman under the dryer was telling, and I remember because she was telling it loud as hell, because you can't hear yourself as well when you're under the dryer. And there was this storm that was happening in like Kansas or something, and it was really bad. It was like make national news bad, right?
Yeah.
And this guy was supposed to be in Kansas on business, okay? And his wife, so they don't live in Kansas, they live in some other state, but his wife sees the storm, because the storm happened like truly out of nowhere. Like I'm pretty sure it was a tornado, but it like there was really no warning. It wasn't like something that had been building or like the fronts were looking like it was going to develop or something. It was just came and went in like a matter of several hours,
Right.
And so that night when the storm was hitting and it was like making the news that this thing was happening, his wife was calling, right? Then the next day she can finally get a hold of him and she's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Like blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, babe, I'm fine. What's the problem? And this storm happening and him being fine and not knowing what she was talking about is how he got caught with another family. This dude had another family. So
another secret family.
And this is also my first.
I had a feeling I didn't want to call it out. I'm just like, this story ends with affair or secret family. Because that's where a lot of these these stories end.
A lot of these people not being in danger, usually with another family. And then they're in danger when they get home.
But they're in danger, yes.
Yeah. But basically, I remember her yelling this story, right? And I don't know why it caught my attention, but I was just kind of like, that's like something, I didn't know what cheating was back then. I didn't know what any of the things were. Yeah, but I was just like the way that she had captivated the salon. I was all right, this story clearly means something,
Yeah. There's something good in this. Yeah. No, I feel that.
And then, as I got older, I was like, oh, okay. Secret family.
Oh, secret families. That's good stories. I'm going to make a podcast out of that.
Yeah. You really can't have them like you used to. Really can't.
We've talked about that.
No, I know. Yeah.
I'm surprised when anyone. I just saw it. I didn't read the whole story, but it was a news headline that it was a guy, they had found a dead body like in a store or something like that. I can't remember what the detail was. And then they identified the body, and it was the body of a guy who had faked his own death to disappear from his family like 10 years earlier. I saw that when I was just like, man, it's hard to fake your own death and disappear too these days. Like that's
yeah. Not only that. Do you remember that Runaway Bride from like 2005?
Oh, vaguely. Yeah.
And we were all, that was the most missing a white woman has ever been. Like that was that was truly wild, because I remember it must have been her family that paid for that billboard, but they did something initially that was big. I remember because they used to always cut to the billboard when they would do the story.
Yeah.
And it was truly wild. And then when they were like, oh, she's been like, she essentially Gone Girled herself, but it was because she got cold feet for her wedding, I think, or at least that's what like the prevailing narrative became.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I vaguely remember that story, but I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy to fake your own death, have that secret family anymore. The good old days are over.
It's also like
you used to be able to just say, "Oops, I'm dead." Just leave, a pile of rubble somewhere, and then go to the town over and go, "I'm Brian here."
I gotta
used to be able to do it that way.
I gotta look up when did Runaway Bride come out?
The movie would have came out late 90s or like 2001 or 2 or something like that,
because people started calling her the Runaway Bride, because like once they found out the whole thing. But it's like you can't not want to marry this dude that bad. It was one of those things where, okay, but you could at least let your family know you're all right.
Yeah. Or like somehow,
like, just call your mama is all I'm saying. I'm not
or the life you're running away from is already a second life. You know what I mean? Like it's like they were getting married,
so funny.
And then the invitation from that got to one of the people who they're in witness protection from. And it's just now it's just a mess. Now it's just a string of runaways.
Mm.
I did think of another, while you're looking that up, I thought of another storm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd just gotten back to Iowa. Or no, yeah, I was here. I lived here with Jess when it happened. But there was a storm, it was called like the derecho or derecho a couple years ago in Iowa. That is like, it's not a tornado, and it's not technically, it's not any other type of storm. It's literally just really, really hard winds happen at an instant and just level shit. Like, you want to talk about barns get knocked over. Like that, like, fucked up Iowa. It was like a national emergency, too. And like, that was one of those things where like, I didn't know that could happen. Like, it was alarming to be like, oh my God, my state getting hit so hard. And then also being like, wind can just do that out of nowhere in the middle of the country. Cause it's like hurricane force winds just suddenly. And I'm like, I don't care for that shit at all. No, thank you. No, thank you, Mother Nature.
Yeah. No, it's bad.
Thanks for that dropping.
No, I'm just saying. It's like the way that you were describing, I was like, yeah, I don't know what I would do. I'm not like, when I saw the movie Twister, I was like, oh, that's not going to be me.
But at least you can like see those coming in the sky. You know, you can see twisters beginning. Like the derechos or derecho, I forget how they pronounced it. Like that. Because one of my favorite things about being in a landlocked part of the country, in the middle here, is we don't have hurricanes. And then I was like, shit, we can get hurricanes? I didn't know that. I didn't know we could just get that now.
It is like, yeah. What do you call it? Is it the boom cyclone when it's like a tornado of snow?
I'm not sure what that's called. Snow clone?
I'm sorry that I asked. Yeah. Okay, I found it. So Runaway Bride came out in 1999.
99, okay.
Then
I said late 90s. I did say late 90s.
This Runaway Bride was in 2005. So still when...
You nailed that, though. You said 05.
Yeah, this is
This one stuck with
wild.
you.
Yeah. It really did, because it's like, okay, this is dumb. This part is dumb. I can admit this is dumb. But when I was a kid, I'd hear and see so many things like this that I thought there were way more people. I thought there was an epidemic of people faking deaths in this country. Like, you would see a couple of these a year, like a couple of these runaway bride things a year in different formats, like whether it was like a dude pretending he died for the insurance money and trying to collect it or whatever. And so you'd see it so much that in my head, I was like, man, nobody really out here dying. Like,
for a second, I thought you just meant like anybody that went missing, you assumed were faking their death or faking their disappearance.
No. I'm just...
Like you see a milk carton with a kid on it, you're just like, man, he had some responsibilities. He
didn't do his homework. Like, he was like, I'm not doing this physics stuff. I'm out.
No, I'm just going to start fresh somewhere else. I'm just going to move to another town and say I'm just a short guy.
Oh, she didn't fake being missing. She faked being kidnapped.
Ooh, that's even better.
Let me see. Okay, one second.
Yeah. Let's dig into this. This late breaking news story from 2005.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it says so. Her name.
We're talking Twisters and Runaway Brides, and it's not a '90s movie roundup. That's it.
It's her name's Jennifer Wilbanks, and her husband Greg Hudson split in April after 11 years together. And this is from 2000. Oh, this is from last year. It was supposed to be a lavish wedding with 28 members of the bridal party. And
what do you mean it was from last year? What do you mean by
this article's from last year?
Oh, this is just like a recapping of the story.
Yeah. This recap is from last year. Okay. So right now I'm reading from people.com.
Oh, reputable news source.
Yeah. Just shout out to People. Okay.
Casting the widest net in news.
Yeah.
Oh, we cover People.
She was only out for like 3 days. That's insane. Let me see. Okay. All right.
What do you mean out for 3 days?
So I think this whole thing happened within a week. This wasn't like a weeks long search for her.
Didn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go. It was supposed to be a lavish wedding with 28 members of the bridal party and more than 600 guests. But just
did you say 28 members of the bridal party?
Yeah.
Hey, this is a message to everyone out there. Don't fucking do that. Have like 4. Jesus Christ.
But look,
that shit's
every
stupid.
bridal party. I'll tell you right now. Look. I'll tell you to the camera. Don't listen to Logan. All right. Have enough members in your bridal party to jump them in a gang. Okay. You want to be part of the bridal party, you got to get jumped in, okay?
28 members, that's a family. Just have a family. I don't know.
But just
it probably means more than just groomsmen and bridesmaids. It's probably just like whoever else. They're like, well, we got to give, cousin Sophia needs something to do. Otherwise, she's going to cause a fucking thing all day. So
yeah, she's going to pout.
Someone tried to put me because they felt bad not making me a groomsman. They wanted to put me in as honored guest. And I said, do not do that because that makes no goddamn sense. That is honor. If you do one, I've never heard of that before. And if you do that, I better be an 100-year-old man who lived through 3 wars.
Yeah.
I got to be someone they're surprised is there.
If you out here making me an honored guest, we will be enemies after that.
Yes. I can't just be some guy.
Just days before the April 2005 nuptials, the bride vanished without a trace, sparking a nationwide manhunt.
Knows how it wasn't search, it was manhunt.
Yeah. Her distraught family made the rounds on morning news shows and cable networks, pleading for her return and saying that she wasn't the type of person to run off. But they were wrong. People knows how to like tell a story, because what people will do is that they'll leave you on a cliffhanger in the paragraph, put an ad. So right in the middle of she wasn't the type of person to run off, there is an ad for a Grinch hoodie for the holidays, and then as you scroll past the ad, but they were wrong.
Well, you'd hope they know how to structure it. They've had 17 years to cook up this article.
Yeah. Jennifer Wilbanks, then 32, was found 3 days later in Albuquerque, New Mexico. She claimed she had been kidnapped by a Latino man and a Caucasian woman while she was out for a run. She later recanted that harrowing story, admitting she'd actually fled Georgia on a bus because of personal issues. The wedding was called off, and she and fiance John Mason soon broke up. The case garnered international headlines, and Wilbanks was dubbed as the runaway bride. Wilbanks was criminally charged for lying to police, eventually pleading guilty to a felony count of making a false statement and receiving 2 years of probation, 120 hours of community service, and ongoing mental health counseling. A judge also ordered her to pay the sheriff's office $2,550 to cover some of the costs of searching for her, which this is too far. Because this is what I will say. As much money as the police waste not solving crime, you can't then just put the tab on the last person to get caught. You know what I mean? That's like when everybody's speeding and they finally catch the person at the back of, like, at the caboose. And now that person is like, oh, well, I got to give you an extra fast ticket because I couldn't catch the fastest guy.
I don't think that's how it works.
$2,550 is pitch and pennies. All right. It could have been an even $2,500.
I mean, that's also not much for making a potentially nationwide search for somebody, and then you made it up. I mean, I get that. I understand that. And frankly, I'm surprised it wasn't more. $2,000, that's shit. I'll run away and fake my disappearance right now for $2,000. You kidding me?
That's wild. Okay, yeah. No, I'm with you. Fine.
You made like $200,000, like shit. Man, don't do that. But now it's like shit. I might fake it today.
But this is why it bothers me. She also agreed to pay $13,250 to the city of Duluth, Georgia, to help pay for the overtime costs the city incurred searching for her. Right. So it's like you got to pay the sheriff specifically for their little $2,500. And what's the $2,500 for, really? Because you didn't find her. So whatever y'all were doing wasn't working.
Feeding all them search dogs.
Get them off as prime rib steaks, okay? Start feeding them like regular dogs.
I'm just saying, I got a dog with prescription food. You kidding me? That shit's expensive. They make it a fleet of working dogs. I don't think they call it a fleet, but...
And now, 16 years later, Wilbanks is quietly living in Gainesville, Georgia, and working as an HR director at a telecommunications staffing agency where she has worked since 2015. You need to tell me all this.
She's in there as an HR person being like, listen, you can't run away from this conflict, and everyone being like,
Can't I?
Can't I, though? I feel like I can at least for a couple days. Don't you think, Steph?
She can at least never, call someone out for calling in sick when they weren't sick. That's one where it's like, you got to let it go.
Bro, you couldn't win an argument with your family ever again.
Yeah.
Because if she's ever just like, well, remember when you did this? Then it'll be like, you remember when you made us thought you were kidnapped for 3 days?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
And
not to mention the wedding we fucking paid for.
Not just 3 days.
That didn't happen.
3 very important days. You didn't just get kidnapped on a Monday. All right. You pretended to get kidnapped while we were all gathered there to celebrate you.
All gathered there with rented clothes.
Yeah.
And then we had to go searching for you.
Nobody owned the pants they searched for you in.
Yeah. No one had a search tuxedo. No one's got one of those ready to go.
And if you do, you're a murderer. Okay.
If you do, you got bodies.
Yeah. Okay. Wilbanks fell in love again in 2010, this time with Greg Hudson, who owned a landscaping company. The couple got married, but people has learned that they quietly divorced in April.
They still got married?
No, this is a different guy.
Oh, different guy.
Yeah,
okay.
Different guy. And
when did they, not to go through all of her shit again, when they get married? I'm sorry.
They got married in 2010. So it's like, you got 10 years in there. That's not
right.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
According to online court records, Greg Hudson filed for divorce in March and uncontested dissolution of the marriage. The divorce was finalized 30 days later, and the couple's assets were divided. As for the runaway bride incident,
this article is way too in their business.
I really hope that they never come. Like, when you think about it, this is a regular person.
Listeners.
This is a regular person.
This is a regular person.
And so the fact they went this deep on like a regular person is wild.
They can get in all of our shit.
Mm-hmm. That's too much.
That's too much.
Even as I was
Especially
reading
the other guy, he wasn't even there from the runaway bride thing. He just showed up later.
Yeah.
He showed up later, and then you know what? He didn't run away. He filed for divorce like a man.
Mm-hmm.
He walked up to her and said, "I'm done."
Yeah. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to say it to your face and save you the trouble of thinking I've been kidnapped.
Look, I'm not even wearing shoes, so you don't think I'm going to run anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Barefoot telling you to your face, this isn't working between us. Yeah. Shame, man.
What is?
The, like, I can kind of, for years on the, like, I've only thought about this thing 3 times in life. One, when it was happening.
This specific story.
One, when it was happening. Once, maybe in college when somebody mentioned it, because we were all kind of like, oh yeah, whatever happened with that, right? Mm-hmm. And right now. And
and I'd say that's one more than I've thought of it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the time in college.
Even thinking about it now, I can honestly say I feel bad for anyone that feels the need to like just escape. Yeah. Just not deal with the thing and escape. But the way that you go about it is like, it's so like, I don't know if there's a different scenario that plays out. Like unless they found you in Albuquerque and you were like, well, they murdered me, so I can't go back. I'm dead. You're seeing a ghost right now. Like the fact that
that'd be a bold move if someone showed up like, aren't you that run up and you, ooh,
yeah,
avenge me. Yeah,
because I don't know if you remember this, but they went on like a wild goose chase for those 2 people for a little while.
I mean, I'm assuming. I don't really remember the story that well.
Yeah.
But.
So you can't. Oof.
Well, and it does really depend, obviously, on the whole story. There's, it depends why she was running away. Was it, an abusive situation, something, blah, blah. But then you do hear about people running away. I didn't mean to blah, 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 something that heavy. But I just meant like that right there. Like, obviously, sometimes you don't know what to do, right? So you just panic. You're like, I've gotten too close. I got to get out of here. But you do hear stories about people who do it. And it's like they just kind of decided last minute, like, I don't think I want to. And it's not like they were held hostage. It was just they didn't check in really with themselves until like right before. That always fascinates me.
Yeah, because
of how you could be so like, I don't know, out of touch with yourself and then suddenly be like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
Because then you do, and then on the other end too, you do have another person who's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where'd they go?
And also it's like that is the thing that sucks about that, is that it's like, even to what you said of like, now people are going to maybe question you and be like, were you doing something to them? And it's like, nah, I was not doing anything.
Yeah.
I was letting them plan a wedding they clearly didn't want.
I was just loving them and supporting them and hoping they were going to be near me.
Yeah. Like that, like
if that again, we don't know the full story in that way.
We don't.
I mean, we might. People seems to have their fucking financial records. Look, I feel like if that was part of it, it'd been in there.
I will say, if this dude that she ran from is in any way a bad man, there have been multiple years and opportunities and distance to be like, oh yeah, I was just running from him. That I think people would like identify with way more.
That would make sense.
Yeah, I mean,
you could understand that,
and there's no reason to not throw him under the bus. You have national like attention, and you still made up that a Latino man kidnapped you.
Yeah, still had to go and blame someone else. Had to go blame a brown man. Is what you had to go do.
It was just it's very like. Julianne Moore was in a movie exactly like this, except she lost a kid. Like her kid went missing. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And she was like, I think somebody black took him. Do you remember this?
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I went to a different Julianne Moore missing kid movie.
No, she got like 3.
No, I know. The one you brought up was Freedom Land.
Yeah, so there's
right?
Freedom Land,
which is based on a true story.
Yeah.
I went with The Forgotten, which is where aliens take the kid, like erase him from existence.
Yeah.
And I was for a quick second of really trying to remember, was there a scene in that movie where Julianne Moore was just like, nah, some black guy took my kid.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what kid? Because they disappeared him from existence. And if that movie took that hard of a racial turn, whoa, we'd still be talking about it today.
It's like, I feel like her and Jodie Foster cannot keep a hold of a kid in a movie.
Yeah, between the two of them.
It's just always some distress. Just like, what are you talking about? They were just, there's nothing that I love more than like a movie night in, and you're just chilling, but someone is screaming, "Where's my family?" You know what I mean? Like someone
on the TV, I'm hoping you mean.
Yeah. Someone on the TV is just grabbing people, and they're like, "My family, you've met them. Why can't anyone tell me where my family is?"
Oh, if you remember the movie Ransom, the Mel Gibson movie. Oh, you don't remember that one? Oh, okay. Well, it's his son gets taken, but it has one of the best lines to just yell. It's very pleasing to yell. Just go, "Give me back my son!" It's so pleasing to just shout.
Did you ever see?
Try it. Give me back my son right now.
Give me back my son.
Come on.
Nah, I don't want him.
You didn't even try, you coward.
I don't want him. I really love the Halle Berry
By the
movie.
way, feel free to leave 5-star reviews that just says, "Give me back my son." It's my terrible call to action.
Did you ever see the trailer for that Halle Berry movie where she I guess she works at, I'm mixing up Halle Berry movies now, but I think she works at a crisis center, but then someone kidnaps her kid.
Woman? I don't know if I think you're mixing up too, because I think the one in the crisis center, it's not someone takes her kid. I think someone gets her on hold, and there's someone who's being kidnapped.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And so she does. I don't. Is that called Crisis? I'm not sure what that's called.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but
I have no idea.
The thing that's very funny in that trailer is Sally and I laugh about it all the time, where she corners one of the people and she's like, "You took the wrong kid."
As if there would have been a kid, she'd have been fine with them taking.
It's like there's a kid that's like, nobody really likes Tyson anyway, so.
Yeah, you'd have taken Tyson. I wouldn't have really cared.
You
I'd have followed up,
the
but I wouldn't have cared.
wrong kid.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. Wow, we went on some turns there.
Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know where all that came from. I mean, I wanted to tell you about the salon thing for a little while, but
you mentioned magazines and stuff at the salons. Do you remember highlights? Did you ever have highlights?
I didn't get the
fun ones.
No, I just didn't get the boner for highlights that everyone else had. I was just like, all right, it's there. It did not do it for me at all.
I think it's to me, it was the closest thing to a kid's magazine or workbook.
You know what?
When you're waiting for your mom to get her hair done or whatever, then it's like, all right, I can do a picture search thing.
This is what happened. This.
But then some kid would always have them fucking circled in pen or crayon, and he ruined the fucking highlights. Sorry.
That's what would happen. So I would go to the doctor. I'd only ever see highlights at the doctor. I never saw them anywhere else, no salons or barbershops or anything like that. So I'd only see highlights at the doctor's office. And they were we had a lot of sick kids where I'm from. And so they were well worn by the time it got to me. That's probably why I didn't like them.
That is a loaded statement.
Well, look,
we had
just
a lot of sick kids.
All the puzzles were done. It was nothing. It was
we had a lot of. Where'd you fucking live? Chernobyl? We had a lot of sick kids.
I remember one time. This was in retrospect, this was very dumb of them because I was really little, and I remember. This was so bad. I still feel bad about this when I think about it. I was still a very small child, but I specifically remember this time I went to the doctor's office and there was a kid that was noticeably younger than me crying. And the kid was crying because the kid was going to need a shot. And whether it had never had a shot before or it had only had one shot and was really painful and memorable, the kid was already crying about having to get a shot, right?
Okay.
And so then the parent looked at me and was like, tell her getting a shot's not that bad. And I was like, yeah. It's like I was trying to repeat the thing of like, yeah, it's not that bad. Like it's okay, right? And she slightly stopped crying a little bit, and then looked at me. And the mom was just like trying to get me to vamp about how shots weren't that bad. But I don't know, because I'm also like a kid, so I don't know what else to say. Like the first thing I said was just repeating what you said, And so then she's like, oh, come on. And so I was like, yeah, it's quick and it's over, really fast. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I have to get them sometimes like for medicine or like I just start talking, right? But now she stopped crying. So now the mom is just like nodding and smiling and everything. And then I can't remember what I said, but out of nowhere, I was just like, yeah. And I mean, the last shot I got, the needle was only this big. And I have no.
For the listener, Josh held up a very wide space between his fingers.
Yeah, I just held up my fingers further than my head is apart.
Which if you're a little kid would like go through your arm.
Yeah. And so then I was just like, yeah, it's only like this big. And her eyes got wide and she freaked out and started screaming and crying more than she was before. And the mom, like, she wasn't rude or anything, but she looked at me like, you were doing so well until that last thing, which is
Didn't
also
stick
like
the landing there.
which is like, I just let it weigh on me. Cause even my mom then jumped in, was like, I think she put her hand over my mouth or something. Like, but I'm like, why was this my job? I don't even know this kid.
Yeah, why is the bedside manner on me? I don't work here.
I was low key furious about it because I was just like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to put that on you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was horrible. I still think about it sometimes. Anytime I see like a little kid cry in public, I'm like, oh, I did that once. Like I made that happen to someone.
I one time they were trying to get, I don't remember if it was like a checkup or if I was sick with something. They were doing blood work. I don't remember exactly why I was there. Oh, I think I had like strep throat or something. I think I was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had to take a blood sample, but I was so dehydrated they couldn't get enough blood out of me. They couldn't, so they had to stick me like 8 times. They had to do like several times in both arms, and then they had to go. They had to go to the veins in my hand. He took his headphones out.
No, thank you.
I'm done.
Ooh.
Yeah. Took me a long time to come back from that. I had a grudge against doctors for a while.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's real messed up.
You gotta stay hydrated, kids. That's the lesson there.
One time, well, when I was at the doctor, I was still like relatively young, but I wasn't little anymore. I was maybe like early teens, and it's just funny because when you're a young teenager, you're getting to see older teenagers which feel like grown-ups to you, and then younger kids which feel like itty bitty children to you, right? So like you actually, I don't know how to describe this exactly, but when you were like 13 and 14, you have this feeling in life that you actually don't have again until your 20s, where when you're in your 20s, people in their 30s seem like real adults to you, and then anyone younger than you seems like a little kid to you.
Yeah,
like all over again, which is crazy. Because
that's a good point.
You feel that when you're like early teens, you're like, I'm not a baby, give me some responsibility, or like, don't talk to me like that, I'm not a little kid. But then you see like someone who can vote or drink, and you're like, wow, they're like a grown up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And then you're 22, and you're like, I can vote, I can drink. Don't come at me like that. And then you see someone who has their own apartment, and you're like, wow, you're a real grown up. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And I remember I went to the doctor's office. I was like 13, 14, and this little kid was wilding so hard. Okay, that I think they needed to give him a shot or something, and the door to the office wasn't all the way closed. So as I'm passing by, I see them like struggling with this kid. And right as the doctor was like about to give him the shot, the kid wiggled just right and got a foot loose from the nurse, and like not even intentionally, but kicked the doctor right in the balls.
Occupational hazard, man.
And so he stumbled back, and I'm pretty sure he gave himself the shot, because the way he had to grab his balls after he got hit, he still had the syringe in his hand. So that dude got kicked in the balls and a shot of penicillin at the same time.
Well, God damn.
Yeah. I hate it so much going to the doctor. I would like, I think I even told my mom one time, I was like, just let me be sick. Like,
just let me be sick.
Like we really don't need to be wasting the money. Like I'm not that sick,
Right.
Just come on, just let me sniffle it out. Like, don't do this, because you're gonna ruin my whole day.
Yeah,
because it always became it always took up your entire day, because you got there, you had to wait even though you had an appointment, and then you had to go pick up the prescription, which was never like on time.
Right.
Because the doctor would tell you like, oh yeah, this usually takes 30 minutes to fill, so you can probably leave right from here. We're gonna put it in now, and you can just go there and it should be ready. And that never happened, because they don't work at the pharmacy, so they don't always know what they're talking about. So then you get to the pharmacy and they just have the attitude of like, why would it be ready? Like, who are you?
Yeah. You someone important in this town?
Yeah.
Why would I have this ready for you?
No, it doesn't make any sense. Why would this be ready?
Yeah.
And then,
and I hated going to the doctor too. I softened on the doctor as I got older, because I had to start going to the orthodontist because I had braces.
Mm-hmm.
And those were always long appointments, always annoying. And then like even you going for the routine ones, you're getting like the rubber bands replaced, like you're getting your braces like tightened and stuff, which was just an infuriating experience. And anyone who had braces knows like it's an uncomfortable experience. Even at its smoothest, there's still just a guy in your mouth for a while, like basically punching you in the teeth with a little rubber band pliers thing. So that became, for some reason, then the doctor, I got less worried about going to the doctor, because I'm like, well, at least I'm just not in the chair, just having the ka-chunk in my face all day.
I always wanted braces, and I never got them, so I never really.
You wanted them?
Yeah. I was very worried that my teeth were starting to be crooked when I was early teens, and luckily they didn't. Like, luckily it never happened, but I remember I went to the dentist one time, and they were like, Oh yeah, your back. It was like something in the back of my mouth where they were like, it's starting to curve a little, so we'll want to watch out for that. And I was just like, do I need braces or something? My dentist. This is wild. I don't know if this makes him like an honest man or if he was just this nonchalant because he didn't care. But I asked him if I needed braces, and he was like, couldn't hurt.
I mean,
and I get what he meant, but I was just like,
right.
I asked you a yes or no question based off something you just told me.
Yeah. Yeah, we eventually had to just tell the orthodontist to take them off because I had them on for too long. And like, well, so have I not told you this before? I swear we've talked about this before.
Maybe we talked. I don't remember you telling me this.
Okay, because you're supposed to have like braces on average for like 3 years at most. You want like 2 to 3 years is like ideal, unless your like teeth are really fucked up. And mine were pretty fucked up. I had pretty fucked up teeth because I had to have. I mean, I had to have dental surgery when I was like 11 or 12 because I had teeth coming in under other, like I had extra teeth in my head just coming in at like wild angles and underneath. I had one that was coming in underneath some of my bottom teeth. There was one coming in like sideways. Just my teeth. I had a bunch coming in just all wrong.
Your teeth were weeds.
Kinda. So they had to do surgery just to like get some, because if some of those would have come in, it would have just completely messed up like any of my teeth. So we basically had to have surgery for them to go in and like take out the extra teeth. Like I just had too many teeth in my head.
This is insane. We've definitely never talked about this. You never said these words to me, or else I would have remembered it. This is insane.
But so I had to have surgery. I had dental surgery when I was
coming into my head.
Coming in my head and coming in wrong. It wasn't just that there was too many. They were also doing teeth wrong.
Oh,
but so I had to have surgery to get teeth removed. That was my first time like dealing with anesthetic and stuff like that. Like that was a trip.
I wonder if teeth talk. Like I wonder if teeth are just like,
excuse me, this is the direction you're taking.
Yeah,
this?
I wonder if teeth are like, hey, you gotta get in this mouth because this mouth be eating all the good stuff. This is the place to be. And so then more teeth try to join the party, and then it becomes that house party where you're like, how do I know you? You don't need to leave. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They also, I can't believe they told me this because again, I'm like 11.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they got to tell the risks, but like tell my parents, don't tell me. I'm a kid. What am I going to do except for freak out? But they straight up told me that one of the teeth they were taking out was next to an artery. And they're like, yeah, if we hit that, that'll be really bad. And I'm like, why would you? Even as a kid, I was like, why tell me that? I can't do anything. There's no papers for me to sign. I'm 11. Like, what are you doing? But it was fine. But then I had to get braces and to sort out the remaining teeth.
Yeah, they just to fence them up, to put them in line. No more parties.
Yeah.
Fun's over. Okay.
and like braces really helped. Made my teeth way better because like I had like some like my back teeth like weren't touching right. Like my mouth was messed up as a little kid. I don't like really remember it when I think of the reason why I had the surgery. I'm like, man, my teeth must have been screwed.
I just think about your teeth clapping.
I think I had teeth coming in behind like other teeth on
that's
like one
what
of my rows.
It's like
yeah.
Your teeth were trying to take a family photo. And
trying to find their window.
They were oh.
It was like I had two sets of adult teeth coming in. Like I just, because these were all my adult teeth coming in. These weren't baby teeth still.
Okay, this is the darkest scenario. You may need to cut this.
Okay.
Do you know?
Yeah.
If maybe.
Yeah.
You're a twin. Because maybe you ever hear about those people? You ever hear about those people that absorb their twin?
That's why I have extra teeth.
I think that might have been your twin trying to bite your mouth.
Is that I absorbed a twin? It's possible. There are twins on both sides of my family.
Yeah, I think that maybe you're a twin, and
There's supposed to be 4 Nielsen boys, but
trying to bite. You know what I mean? Like, was trying to hey, I'm here too.
Listen, I've always been a performer. I don't like to share the spotlight. So.
Yeah. So you went ahead and sucked up all the nutrients.
Give me them teeth. No, but then I had braces for like 4 years, and it got to the point to where they were then, because like I still don't have the gaps in my top and bottom rows of teeth. The gaps don't line up perfectly, and that was like the last thing the orthodontist was working on. But how he wanted me to do that, and I think I've talked about this before on the show, but he wanted me to have a rubber band that ran diagonal across my mouth, so it went from this tooth up here to over here, and so I just couldn't like really talk, and you couldn't eat. I mean, you'd have to take it out and whatever, but they just wanted me to be having a rubber band just across my mouth at all times, which just felt weird because then it's just pulling your jaw over. And then eventually we literally just went to the orthodontist, and my mom was like, okay, listen, where we started and where we're at now, way better. Because before, this kid's mouth was fucked. So let's just call it a game. Let's quit while we're ahead, and let's take this sucker off. Because braces are expensive, too. And we had them on for like an extra year than we needed.
And I understand that braces are expensive, so I'm not asking this question in like a sarcastic way. But you get the braces, you can't you can't rent them or anything, right? So like once you have them on, they're yours, right? Like, does it cost more to have them on longer than a shorter amount of time?
The upkeep to go and have them, because you have to get them tightened all the time. You have to replace the rubber bands. I mean, now I think braces, even just in the time since I've had them, have gotten way more simpler. But because they glue them onto your teeth and stuff too, so the way they take them off is they just break them.
I heard that. I heard about that.
They just go. That was an uncomfortable experience. They just go in and they just basically twist them all and just pop them off your teeth, which seems like, I don't know, seems like a real goal line stand by the teeth at that. You know what I mean?
How's the glue fare? How's the glue fare when they pop them off? Just
snaps. Just cracks off like the way they do it. I think they did something to like weaken it, but then they just have to like pop them all off because I had all the old metal brackets. Like now I think kids have them slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, when he was a kid, that was when they used to have to individually put a metal thing around every tooth.
I remember when I was in high school, I think I only ever met 2 kids who had headgear because headgear was going out of style. Like we finally advanced past headgear.
Yeah, they kind of learned how to do it in mouth.
But it's so funny to think that they used to be like, there's no way to fix your teeth without the back of your head having something to do with it. Like if we want to fix this tooth, we're going to have to start from the hairline down. All right. You know, because the way that we used to do things is not as good as we do them now, which is why I asked that question about keeping records, okay? I feel like the records can't possibly have been as good back then as they are now.
I will admit they have probably gotten better. But there's some things that we just wrote down. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You want to open the mailbag?
Let's open the mailbag.
Let's get out of here. Let's read a couple of reviews on Apple Podcasts. The title of this one is by John Deere Spoker Model D, and the title is "The Battle of Situational is on the Line." I have never, all caps, I have never had a continuous smirk on my face in a long time. To be able to determine who could have captured my heart, I need to see Joshy perform in person. I pride myself as an aficionado of comedy contact sport. I propose... I propose a cage match between Paula Poundstone and Josh Johnson. Porsche gliders or cats must be prohibited in order to guarantee a fair fight. What's a Porsche glider?
I don't know.
Is that one of those like hang gliders you like sit in?
I think maybe.
I don't know. It sounds racist.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
To guarantee a fair fight. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna look it up. I just want to see what that is. Oh, it's just a porch swing.
Oh,
I forget.
Okay.
But the ones, not the ones that like hang from the ceiling, but
Yeah,
the ones that just
that-
have the like kind of rocking
No,
chair
I'm with
motion.
you. Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize people called those
Gliders, yeah.
I guess. Now, one, love the idea of you fighting Paula Poundstone. Nothing against her, but what an event that would be. I'd pay yeah, I'd pay DirecTV money for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how the porch swing or the cats come into play, but they also must be prohibited. So for some reason, these two things aren't allowed.
I mean, this person clearly thinks I would break a porch glider over Paula Poundstone's head.
Hitting her and her cats. Interesting. Thank you for that comment, John Deere Spoker Model D. And then this one here, this is from, they've listed their name as I Choose Privacy, which is great because then in the review, they immediately say their name.
That's fantastic.
I Choose Privacy. And the title of this 5-star review is Episode Idea. Hey, y'all, my name is Emma, and I love the show. Anyway, you should do an episode on Karens.
Karens, okay.
Okay. We'll put that in the bag. We may have to
look
up some.
I feel like there's plenty of fodder there.
Oh, yeah. I think there's plenty of stories we can find on that situation.
Yeah.
So I choose privacy. Hey, my name's Emma. I love that turn of events.
Mm-hmm. Thank you all so much for listening to the Josh Johnson Show. We had a great time recording. I hope you had a great time listening. If you are looking to catch up with us on any of the socials, you can find me at Josh Johnson Comedy on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where we're going to be posting clips of the show. And if you are looking for Logan,
you can follow me on Instagram at Logan M. Nielsen. If you want to get into our mailbag, there's 2 ways to do it. You can send us an email, joshjohnsonshow@gmail.com, or you can do like those people there and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. And then coming up this Saturday, there are 2 things happening. One, there is our last virtual live show of the year. So ticket link will be down below. I believe that's 6 p.m. Eastern time over Zoom. They've been really fun to do all year. So come join us for the I was about to say kickoff, but send off of 2022. And then also, speaking of the send off of 2022, this Saturday I will close the submissions for the best of 2022 episodes. I'm going to close that this Saturday evening, 11:59 p.m. I guess probably Central Time, because that's when it is for me. But so if you still want to get in your choices of your favorite episodes and your favorite moments of the year, you have until the Saturday after this episode comes out to submit them. We've already got some suggestions and some episodes I'd forgotten about being submitted as favorites, which I'm excited about. It's going to be fun to go through those clips. So we'll be making those episodes, probably after Saturday.
Yeah, sounds good. Well, thank you all so much. I hope you have a great rest of the day and an incredible weekend.
Take care.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really supports the channel. Hit the bell notification because apparently it's the only way YouTube will tell you that something happened. And just tell a friend. That's the biggest thing you could do. Just tell one person in your life that you like, maybe you don't like, that this video happened to you.
We release the podcast every Thursday on all the podcast apps, so you should find us there and subscribe on those and comment and leave reviews and whatever on all of them. And also, if you want bonus stuff, you can join our Patreon, patreon.com/Josh Johnson Show. We have bonus podcasts and videos and stuff there, and we'd love to see you.
I hit up a couple people. This is a thing that I feel very strongly about that I think is really important,
Oh,
and it
okay.
enriches
We're digging right in. Let's do it.
it enriches your life. I think that if you have people in your life that you have not talked to in a long time, it's very important to just drop them a line out of nowhere. Be like, hey, I was thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. Or I was thinking about you. What are you up to? You know?
Right.
That way, I hope you've been well is not necessarily inviting a conversation. If you just want to put the good vibes out there, but you don't have time to like chat, that's an
Right.
option. Then also, what have you been up to? It does rekindle a little conversation. I think that then it lets people know, hey, doors open. I'm here right now to listen, chat, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was doing this with a friend, and she told me about a date that she went on. This is years ago, and we just got to talking, and she told me that she went on a date with this guy, and it was one of those things where it was like a date that was set up after a meet at a bar. Okay.
Okay.
So they meet at the bar, and like, it's loud, it's dark. It's like all of the recipes for a person to not come off like a monster unless they're an absolute monster.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like all the work is being done for you right now. It's hard to hear you, it's hard to see you. Like if
you're getting away with a lot right now.
Yeah, if your drawing personality flaws still shine through, then you are a true monster.
Yeah. Yeah. Your terrible flaws are brighter than any light.
Yeah. You are dull. And so they get to talking. She's like, oh, okay, he's got like, I don't know, it's a little something about him. And he was looking a little nerdy, but she was like, it was in a cute way, not like a extra dweeby way or anything. And so she was like, okay, let me see what's up. And so he ends up asking her out. And so she's like, yeah, all right, sounds great. Let's meet up, in a couple days. They set the date for a couple days from when they met. Mm-hmm. And
his face still looked shadowy.
Yeah.
Like he still looks like he's in the dark.
My man just walks around with shadow constantly on his face. He got extra shadow. He's out here trying to be suave, really just being a demogorgon, It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
Yeah, just awful. Otherworldly, one could say.
Yeah. I rebuke you is what I would say if I saw him in person.
I rebuke you.
If
next date, I'm bringing an old priest and a young priest.
If I saw a man with mostly shadow on his well-lit face, I would slap him with an open Bible. And so basically what ends up happening is they meet up, and he, it's at this like Chinese restaurant, and he's like still a little nerdy, still a little like quiet and everything. And now she's like, oh, okay, maybe I was a little tipsy and he's more awkward than I remember. Like maybe I was giving him the benefit of the doubt because I was a little drunk, which
right, yeah.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
Of like, I feel like that's a
happens
given
to all of us, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And so basically he's like looking down a lot, and then he'll look up at her really quick, but then lose the courage to keep eye contact. And she was like, it was almost adorable. It was happening a lot to the point where it was like, I can see how some people wouldn't find it cute.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're at the table with me. You're not looking across a room now. Like,
yeah.
Now you're looking at me and then looking at the tablecloth. It's like, oof.
Or then you look down, you're like, damn, he has really cool shoes on. He just keeps looking at him. He's like, yeah. These are great.
Yeah. And so he starts asking her, questions about herself, her life and everything. Mm-hmm. She tells him where she works and what she does for a living. And then she starts to reciprocate asking those questions to him. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm really focusing on my art right now and everything. So I'm in between jobs and stuff. And she wishes. And and I'm living with some friends at the moment. Just getting back on my feet and everything. Like
Yeah.
I make a little money doing odd jobs and with my art, and so I'm good. I'm like living. And she was actually taken aback and impressed by how content he seemed. Like, these are things that when someone answers, sometimes there's a little bit of shame involved. There's a little bit of like, oh yeah, I'm doing my thing. I'm like, it's like, it was none of that. He was just like, yeah, I do my art. And it was actually the most confident the entire dinner that she had seen him was like, I do my art, and I'm putting things together and everything until I can have a come up and stuff. And she was like, oh, okay, wow, all right, that's really cool. And she finally asked him what his art was. This is like appetizers have come now, so they're like starting to kind of eat. But then she realizes she never actually asked him, and she was like, "What's your art, by the way?" And he smiles. And at first, it's like she said at first it was like a little smile, and then he couldn't help it. You could just see this like beaming smile burst through, which he also said was like very adorable when someone's just uncontrollably happy,
Right. Yeah.
And he was like, well, I'd love to show you. And she was like,
immediate alarm bells. Even if it's like, I made this movie and it's a big, beautiful movie, it's still just like when the response is, I could show you, is troubling.
Yeah. He's
troubling
like,
to say the least.
I'd love to show you. And she was like, oh, okay. Like, is it? And she's still thinking he's a painter, right? And she just assumed painter, because a lot of people, when you say your art, they assume
artist.
Paint.
Yeah. They just assume, because that's what artist meant for a long time.
For a very long time.
But a bunch of other shit hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah. And so then she's like, oh wow, did you bring it here? He's like, I bring it everywhere with me. And, and she's like, okay, what is it? And he's like, I have to show you. And he gets up, he walks, he leaves, right? And she's like a little bit taken aback, because now she's like, oh, okay. Like, I thought she was even saying she thought he meant, I have to show you like later at my place or something.
Right. Yeah.
And so she's sitting there. Like,
so he left the table.
Left the table.
Okay.
My man's gone.
I got my guesses, but
and she's like munching on a crab rangoon when this dude sits back down.
Okay.
With a dummy in his lap.
Oh, it's better than I would have guessed. Oh, yes. Yes. Fuck yes. Oh, what'd that dummy say? What that?
With a dummy in his lap, going. Okay, wait. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Going. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's like not good ventriloquist.
And not only is it not good, but this man's mouth can't stop moving.
Oh.
So instead of it being bad mumbled like ventriloquism, it's just him talking in a different voice while he doesn't make eye contact.
That's his art.
So he just looking down. He's just looking down the way he was when he was trying to be coy. And so he's looking down.
So you don't see his mouth.
So you don't see his mouth. Because if he tilts his head all the way down, it's like, where'd his mouth go?
Oh, I was not thinking ventriloquist. I'm so fucking happy. I was not thinking ventriloquist. Oh boy.
It's so bad.
Where you're like,
so,
here, join our thruple.
He's so bad at it, and it's fully his mouth could not be more open. It's actually like someone taught him the opposite of what ventriloquism is. His mouth is so open.
Or they just explained it to him conceptually, but no one showed him how to do it. They're like, yeah, but you make like the doll talk too. Got it. See you later. No, there's more. There's more.
When I tell you that she told me that his mouth went, not so many.
For the listener, Josh moved his whole mouth.
You could see all my teeth the way I moved my mouth just now.
You stuck your tongue out. That's how.
This dude is licking his lips bad at ventriloquism. He will never have a chapped lip while doing ventriloquism.
He's lip licking bad at ventriloquism.
This man will never need chapstick. He is so bad at ventriloquism. And so then she.
You keep going. Go ahead.
So then she's sitting there and she's like, oh. And she just says, oh. Like, oh, okay. Still try to be polite, right? And then he is steadily, just like, so Mark told me a lot about you. And she's like,
he lets the fucking doll take over the date.
Hard.
Ooh.
So Mark told
the title of this episode is going to be Logan's favorite thing ever. Oh man.
So Mark told me a lot about you. And this is just prepare yourself because it gets worse.
I'm so excited.
So then she's like, so Mark told me a lot about you.
The fucking voice, Josh.
He said that you were a beautiful woman. And he lied.
He's roasting her.
You are an incredibly beautiful woman.
Oh, okay. I was hoping it was going to turn to like the roast act with the ventriloquist to me.
So then he's like, what do you do for a living? And just starts asking her all the questions that she just answered to him through the dummy.
Oh, he's like making her redo the date, but with the dummy.
She's just redoing the date to the dummy.
Oh,
now.
no, don't do that.
And so now she's like, I grew up at like, he just like slowly giving him details like, oh, that's interesting. How are you liking your appetizer?
That's when you have to look at the guy and be like, I know he's not real. Like you can.
and then he goes,
my God.
He goes, yeah, Mark's kind of quiet around beautiful women. Say something. He goes, wait, don't make me laugh. Wait, shut up. Wait. Okay, Mark's kind of Mark gets nervous around beautiful women. Say something, dummy. And then he's like, sometimes I don't know what to say.
Yes. Yes.
And then as he gets the doll to talk, this is how bad, just so we can also for the listener, once again, illustrate how bad this person is at ventriloquism. Right. Yeah. When the dummy goes to speak again, the dude controlling him, Mark's gum falls out of his mouth.
I feel like that should be a pretty common, like, don't chew something while you're doing ventriloquism.
I mean, when you're not doing it well, you can do whatever you want. And so then,
Oh my God.
and so then, one of the servers walks up to check on them, like, how they're liking their appetizer and everything, sees the dummy and goes, "What is this?" And so he turns to the server and it's like,
"Get the fuck out of here. I'm on a date."
Goes, "Just two lovely people and a bonehead on a date. Guess who's the bonehead?"
Oh yeah, it's so old timey. I love it.
And then the server's like, "Oh, wow." He just says, "Wow," and walks away. And she said that so then their food comes, right? So appetizers, but then the actual entree comes, and he doesn't put the dummy away. So he starts talking to her again.
We also brushed past the fact that he stashed this in the restaurant somewhere. We are totally blowing past the fact that he said, "I'll show you." Just went somewhere, assuming his car wasn't outside. I guess I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was at coat check. Maybe.
But like, if he brought the dummy prepared for that reveal already, way too much.
Yeah. Already a killer.
Wow.
So then they're eating, and he straight up is eating and has sat the dummy, because it was one of those 4-seat tables. And so he just sat the dummy in one of the chairs. So the dummy just sitting up while they eat.
Just staring at her chew with its lifeless eyes.
Just staring at her chest. Of no fault of his own. That's just where he was positioned.
I'm only comfortable ogling women with my dummy.
And then she said she can tell that the staff is like straight up watching them now. Like coming out of the kitchen to peek and walk back in.
Your friend is a fucking trooper, by the way.
And
the fact that he didn't sit down with the dummy and she didn't go nope and just walk out. It shows a lot of her character.
And so then when they start to like get close to finishing the entree, the server walks back up and it's like, "Hey, we were wondering, like, do you do like shows everywhere? Like just like starts like actually just engaging, like, do you do shows everywhere?" And like what do you and he excitedly grabs the dummy and just starts talking to the server like all over again. And so then the server's like, "Can you show the guys in the kitchen?"
And he doesn't realize that they're making fun of him.
He doesn't at all.
Does not at all. Because 100% they're like, "Hey, you got to get him to come back here. I got to see this.
Come back here." And so then he was like, "Yeah, I'll do my thing and everything." And and the dummy is like, "We'd love to." And she said what had to be most of the staff walked out of the kitchen and just stood at the table.
Oh no!
Just watching this man do the worst act. And they're dying laughing. So it's like he thinks he's killing. And maybe he is. Who knows? Because some of them, like, to be fair, some of them did not speak English. So I think some of them were just fully
into the fact that a person was doing ventriloquism while only moving their mouth. I think no matter what language you speak,
Right.
that is going to be universally funny.
Yeah. Being bad at ventriloquism transcends language. You can tell when it's going wrong.
Because I don't even know what jokes, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I don't even know what jokes he was doing or anything. It's just straight up the fact that he's this bad. It's like remarkable. And she was like, I was just like, like she said she was just like melting in her seat. And it's not like no one was like looking at her or anything. Everyone was focused on him, but she was like,
well, listen, earlier they were all looking at her.
yeah, that's fair.
when the dummy first came out, everyone was looking at her just being like, oh, does she know about this? Does she like this? She does not. She does not know or like about this.
I mean, she probably looked like she was down with it when they started eating, because then
yeah, no, they're like, oh, they must be together then.
Yeah.
Because she's fine. She's fine with the dummy. Just sitting there eating with that. This you've made me so happy today, Josh. I was already having a pretty good day, and it got real good.
And then basically so she's like melting her seat because she said that there's no way that they're like I remember her saying this of like how there was no way eventually that food was being cooked. Like too many of them were watching them. Because it's like a small restaurant, you know?
Right.
And
they hadn't gotten their food yet? Or no, they did. They did what they were eating.
They ate.
But other people in the restaurant now.
Other people are just waiting. They're like, hey, yo,
are now sitting there pissed at this shitty ventriloquist.
That's just like, I would have loved to try the food. Unfortunately, I have a sensitive stomach.
Just imagine that Yelp review. Like, I went there on a date to have a meal, and we could not get served because some ventriloquist, the whole staff was gawking at a dummy who could not enunciate. 1 star, will not go back.
The food was great, but the show was terrible.
The ventriloquist act was all vowels. 1 star.
All vowels and spit.
That must violate some sort of code. I don't know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I keep going back to like the moment before. Like, did he show up with like a big fucking suitcase? Like before the date was like, hey, can I stash this back here?
Can I put my roller bag here real quick?
Oh, did he ever try to like drink water while doing the ventriloquism? But like he's not good at it, so he just started drinking. It's like, would you? Oh man. Fuck me. That is so goddamn funny.
Man. But yeah, they didn't go on a second date.
Oh, really? Oh, darn it. I was really rooting for them. Because here's the thing. Even if he was really good at ventriloquism, it'd still be shaky whether he was getting that second date. You know?
I don't care if your art is music and if you're at a restaurant, you don't just pull out a guitar
this is a great point.
and start playing songs, like serenading.
Well, yeah, because I was already thinking about like, okay, even just thinking of it in terms of comedians I've known who just like will start like making people listen to their, you know, comedy, especially when they're like new at it, you know, or whatever. On a date, they'll be like, well, here's, you know, and then they just start laying out material. Already that is like weird. It's at least a conversation, so you can do it. But like, when you got to go get a thing. Because Because even if he was a painter, if he just started painting there, you'd be like, okay, you brought all that?
Imagine if you just started painting on the wall with like watercolors you brought.
I think this is technically vandalism. I don't.
In case someone asked you, what's your art? I have to show you. And then you just start painting lilies on a restaurant wall.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if you don't have an unsettling art, if you just start doing it, it still throws you off.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, but now I'm imagining if he brought a guitar out and then he was a really bad guitarist.
It was just
Let me show you.
like, let me show you the ways that I love. It was just like a guttural, like she was like,
look at this photograph.
You know what it was too that I think really messed him up is that his mouth was open, but he was trying to not move it. That actually makes sense now that would be the voice you'd make if you didn't close your mouth to do real ventriloquism, but you opened it, but you're like, like
having it wide open. Yeah, that's not the move. That's why a lot of them smile so they can like just do it through their teeth.
If you've ever been to the dentist, you've just done an impression of this dummy. That's essentially what it sounded like. Your dentist asks you a question and you're like, that is what the dummy. She said it was like she said that she said some of the words were so garbled she wasn't sure what the joke was. Like,
I also love that it sounds like he was doing the oldest of ventriloquist shtick too.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking vaudeville. Like that is old shtick.
Let's just say that blackface was normal when that type of act was popular. That's how old your thing is. You're not even hitting the roaring 20s. We're talking 1919.
Yeah. There weren't even separate water fountains yet because they hadn't been invented.
Yeah. Dude, this was the oldest just and the fact that it was like the fact that for whatever reason, look, killing is killing. The fact that he was killing with the staff is also somehow both impressive and more embarrassing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because now she is not just his hostage, but everyone's.
Imagine you're in a hostage situation and some of the people, you're talking to the negotiator and then some of the people are like, we like it in here.
Give us a gun. I'm joining. Like, yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. And I mean, I guess good for him because you said he was really content. Seemed really.
I mean, this is what I think is actually happening. I feel like one, this dude lives within his means, which is why he's not really pressed for money. And then two, I think that he's so bad that it's entertaining that he gets work. I could see that happening. Because here's the thing. If this dude went on America's Got Talent, I think he'd take it all the way. I think it would be so funny that they would actually give him the golden star. They hit that golden button. They put him through the next round. He shows up and you're like, man, this guy's like a really funny comedy act who did like a fake ventriloquism for his first thing. And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Then he starts again and it's worse. It's worse the first time. But you're laughing so hard now because you're like, I can't believe anybody would do this act again. That's hilarious.
How he wasted his golden star on this.
And then, but then even that's funny. And so then it's so funny that he just keeps getting promoted to the next round. And by then he's an American sweetheart. Like by then he's just like, it's like people love how bad he is at this thing. And then there's just a Vegas show at the end of it where
Yeah.
you go to watch this dude talk for an hour and be like, what river is completely full of what river
I can't wait to see where this joke ends.
what river is completely full of what river is completely full of direct intention? The Pacific Ocean. And then you just sit there.
Jesus Christ.
And then you just sit there and you're like, that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
First off, not a river. You said ocean. And then next season, suddenly he's a judge on America's Got Talent. You're like, how did he?
How did he get to be a judge? And then you sing your heart out and he's like, I wasn't really feeling it.
Where you can't really understand the notes he's given. Hi there. Everyone just kind of looks at him. I think that's a vote for yes.
Imagine how demoralizing it would be to be a comic going on America's Got Talent, and then a dummy's hand gives you the thumbs down. I don't think you just quit comedy. I think you actively go on a killing spree. Like, I think that's enough to break a human's mind.
Yeah.
So much so that they're like, I want nothing to do with society. I want nothing to do with anyone here.
A dummy told me I failed. I couldn't understand what he said. Terry Crews was there. I don't know. Reality exploded on me.
Terry Crews had to sit me down and tell me that even though I should have been able to understand it off the rip, the dummy said that I'm talentless and I have no future.
Holy shit. Oh. That's just beautiful. I don't know. It's chaos. What happened to your friend is horrible.
Yeah. I
but just
great person, but yeah, terrible luck.
In a weird way, in an indirect way, he did make art. Because that moment, that moment is beautiful.
Sure enough, absolutely.
Holy shit.
You know him from The Daily Show. You know him from his weekly sets on YouTube. Please make a